Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Wallaby Racing League. We're here for Tier 2 pre-season round here at Miami. Same sort of setup as the previous rounds. No damage on tonight. Just trying to get a decent sort of, I guess, understanding of drivers' paces and that sort of things. If they crash out, we could still potentially see their pace in terms of their comeback, how far or how close they can get to the back of the pack in a certain amount of time. So if they spin out, they're 23 seconds behind, and by, let's say, 5 laps time, they're only 15 seconds behind. You know they've got some pace behind them. Maxi Boy in the chat, thank you, mate, for being here as always. So guys, we're going to jump on board. There's already some cars out on the track. We've got GH0303 out in his outlap currently. We'll bring up some telemetry as the track mark. We'll get that everything up to. He's already around. Sick. So that's GH0303. A lot of people still trying to get used to this sort of layout of the new game. Not understanding how. Well, not so much not understanding, but just not getting used to the new handling model. As with every game, last game for me, for instance, I could not get that handling model right at all. This season, I seem to have a better grasp on it as GH0303 gets out of the way for a McLaren, which looks like that'll be Milosh. Where is he? Milosh down in P11 currently, and he locks up, goes very wide on the exit to start his run. So we'll see how he goes as he now crosses the line to start his fast lap. And that is a new follower. Thank you very much to MFC Hang and Ram. Thank you and welcome to Wallaby Racing, mate. Appreciate the follow there. Keep it up, because I think that brings us now up to 656 maybe followers at this current time. And it's exactly what we want to see. So keep that up, and thank you very much for the follow. OCE Birdie, are there any TC restrictions in this tier? There are. I believe there are, actually. I can't remember if we discussed it, but all I know is that I have turned off full traction. It's medium and no TC for tonight. If you're in Tier 2, you should be able to handle it. If you're not in Tier 2, well, take a picture from me and get better, because I need to get better. So Milosh still on his lap as he now comes down to the final sector of of Miami, down this very long main straight where you are. He gets out of the way. He must have aborted. So we're going to move back up, and we've already seen some laps set here by Kamikaze with that 126.248. Kirsch in P2 and the Haas with a 126.436. Hoof and Hoof goes P3. Then the two Mercedes boys, Scoob and JTM. JTM having a cracker of a season last season. Down towards the final end of the stint there. And then Magic Shot in P7 currently as GH0303 now pulls himself up into P6. Still waiting. We've got an RB around here just doing doughies. Magic Shot, come on, mate. Get better. Storm Hutto now with, begging to be on a lap with Kahoot. And Kahoot begging to be out there in the same team as Storm Hutto. So we've got them in there in the Ferraris. Let's see what they can do. They're already using a little bit of tactics tonight, looking to use a little bit of a draft from each other, getting that toe. So it'll be interesting to see how they go once they get their laps in. Lev is still in the pits. No, that's not Mr. Safety Car. That's X laps. Don't worry. But Mason Racing has invalidated his lap. It's Dito on a lap at the moment currently as well. Now heading into the third sector. Goes up through that stadium chicane there. Gets real nice and tight there to get the better exit on to head down the main straight. Well, not the main straight, but the back straight here. Again, you are going to be at full throttle by the time you hit 8th gear. Open your DRS and potentially, like you are now with your ERS on the hot lap, you're going to hit that very quickly. So Evil Blade goes up into P8 while Magic Shot's still in P9. But it's Dito on his lap. Let's see, he crosses the line and goes into P4 with a 127.188. Still a little bit of time there to go to reach that top 3 steps, but I believe he's got it in him. He's got some nice pace there with him at the moment. So we'll drop back down here to Storm Hutto and Rapid Kahoot as they are following each other. So Storm Hutto using the toe from him, and now there we go. Rapid Kahoot now gets out of the way nicely, while Storm Hutto now takes off to see what he can do. Rapid Kahoot will tuck in behind him, and he'll use the toe on the next lap for Storm Hutto's in lap. So it gets very nice through the final little chicane there. Heads down the main straight, opens up that DRS, goes into overtake just to give himself that little bit of an extra boost, which is a new feature in this game. They've brought it back where you can change your ERS modes throughout the sectors, throughout your lap. Gets a very nice exit there, coming into the final turn now. Uses all the track as he can, opens up that DRS and goes up into P4. And this is where we'll now see Storm Hutto, Kahoot utilise Storm Hutto as a... Well, we've got 2 cars just parked on the side of the road there, just looking to get out of the way. Very nice. But yeah, this is now where we'll see Kahoot utilise Storm Hutto as a tow. So they will switch the team tactics there, which is really cool to see, especially in a pre-season. You know, they're really getting used to how they're going to work as a team, which is, I think, really, really cool. So let's have a look again. So Kamikaze is still in front, Kerr still in P2, Uffenhof in P3, Storm Hutto in P4, which bumps Instedo down to P5. Toppy now goes up into P6, is now in the pits. Scoob into P7, is now back on an outlap. Carl Finitza is in with a 1:27.938, goes up into P8, a late entry in tonight's lineup. Oh, he's backed out. I wonder if he got... Just tapped the wall there too. So it's JTM in P9, GHO 303 in P10, while Mason Racing is in P11. Taipan in P12 with that 1:28.750 in the worst sounding car in this game's history, I reckon. Evil Blade in P14, little bit of work to go to get himself back up the grid there with that 1:30.345. Massive time difference there. I think he may have been potentially helping Top in terms of race strategy. I don't know. But he now comes into the pits. Magic Shot in P16, getting out of the way there for the McLaren lad in front of him. While Lev is now on an outlap. Oz Curtis still yet to settle lap, is just coming out of his pit box now. Milosh lad now on his outlap, and then Obi-Wan, it looks like he is on his... about to start his fast lap now. So TPs will be keeping an eye out for everyone at the moment. I just realised, you guys can't hear me, can't you? Sorry guys, I'm just going to have to quickly do something for a second. Sorry about that, lads. Kirsch now puts in the fastest lap with that 1:26.234. If anybody is in the chat, 19 viewers, I see you all there. If you could just let me know if you can hear me or my voice or the game. Just want to double check everything's working because I've been playing around with a little bit of settings lately. And if the stream looks alright. Anybody at all? Can anyone hear me? Hello? Sorry, I just checked for myself. Thank you. All right, so you want to watch Magic Shot. Magic Shot goes now up into P7. So got a little bit of pace there back, which is really, really good to see for him. He's just started running no line. Bob for life. Bob is cool, is now following Wallaby. Thank you very much for the follow there, my friend. Welcome to Wallaby Racing League, and thank you for the follow. It brings us up to, I think, 655 now, I think. So we'll see how we go a little bit further on. We're going to aim for try and aim for. I want to aim for about 750 by the end of this season. So we'll see how we go here. So Magic Shot now moves down to P8. So we'll have a look at the order again. Kirsch moves his way up in front of Kamikaze and goes into P1 with a 126.234, very closely followed behind in the Red Bull of Kamikaze with that 248. Rapid Kahoot, a little bit of time to find there. Goes into P4 with Oz Curtis now setting the fastest lap with a 125.771, a massive time difference compared to the guys behind him. 125.771 to a 126.234. Huge difference. So Toppy in P5. Oz Gokan goes to P6. Scoob AU following. Thank you very much, my friend. That brings us up to, I think, 656. Thank you again for following Wallaby Racing League, and enjoy the season, man. I reckon you're in for a good shot. I really do. So just keep it up. Show some consistency, and my friend, you will be in a seat before you know it, I reckon. So it's Kokan in the pit. Toppy now on a lap. He's just about to. No, he looks like he's coming in. He's got no fuel. Dito out in the lap. Here we go. So we'll jump on board with Dito and follow and see how he's going as he now comes through the first sector, through those little S's, round the massive sweeping left-hander, trying to avoid the wall on the exit there, which is nicely done. Heading towards the next DRS zone, opens up that DRS as he crosses the line. Now, gives himself that little bit of an extra boost. Opening up that back wing there, closes that back wing shut, goes up into the stadium section, round the right-hander, and then climbs his way up through the elevation here. Now, hard braking here, coming into the left-hand turn. Nicely done, nicely taken through there. Now down the the back straight, I should say, with 40% ERS. Turns on a little bit of overtake, opens up his DRS, slams shut his ERS. DRS, ERS, my God. Takes a beautiful line through there on the exit. And now comes around the corner, only 6%, and he's used all of his deploy, but that gets him up into P5, just ahead of Toppy, as now no more cars are on the track except for... Here we go, Obi-Wan Kenobi currently sitting in P19. Lev still yet to set a lap, so hopefully he sets a lap soon. Yeah, Curtis is cooking. Maxi Boy, definitely cooking. 125.771, no one coming anywhere close to him. So he might be one that we move up. But looking at the time difference here from P2, 126.2 down to P9, even P10, all within a second of each other. Milosh Lad just outside of that second there. Oh, there we go. So, sorry, down to P7 is just within a second, just outside of the second, I should say. So that's the gap to the leader now. So these are the guys down here that are really off the pace, anywhere from, I'd say, P11, 1.5 seconds off the pace. These guys ahead in anywhere from P10 onwards definitely have the pace to get themselves back up there. Carl Finitza, bit of a shock one seeing him down the bottom here. Evil Blades definitely got some work to do. Lev, again, still yet to set a lap. But Obi-Wan Kenobi gets out of the way for the drivers behind, slams the brakes on. So Taipan now on a lap in the Mercedes. Oh, it gets real squirrely there. I've got a new little feature that I'm going to be running tonight, so I'm going to test that out a little bit later on, just see how she plays. Hopefully it works, because we've been testing it and testing it and testing it, and it all seemed to be working. So we'll see. So Carfinitz are now on an outlap. GHO 303 still in the pits. Mason Racing looks like he is out on a lap, while Evil Blade now starts his outlap. JTM gets a 5-place grid penalty for a severe collision. Looks like Dito has retired in the pits. He's done for the session, while Rapper Kahoot is now on an outlap, and I'm guessing ahead of him, or even behind him. No, is not who I thought it was. Where is the other Ferrari? Storm Hutto. Must be behind Kahoot. Yeah, so Kahoot up ahead. Must be. Any drivers that anyone wants to watch, if you're in the chat there, 16 viewers, thank you very much for joining. Appreciate the support for Wallaby Racing League. As we are about to commence our 7th season of Wallaby Racing League, next weekend, Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be running our annual draft. That's where all of our team principals who have been selected for this season, who have been scrutinising, choosing their teams for their season, are hoping to gain those drivers that they've got on their lists. So they've got different picks for each tier. I know Kirko has a pick for tier 1. He's got first pick for tier 3, and then 20th pick for tier 3 as well. Other drivers are obviously within that mix, but hoping that they can gather the drivers that they are hoping for to try and build a team, I guess, really. That's the best way to put it. So Kahoot now locks up big time. Massive lock up from him, and that's going to maybe put him on the back foot with only 2 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. Oh, that's out of the session actually. The session is actually done. So this is your grid at the moment as we see it. Oz Curtis with a 125.771. No one coming relatively close to him. 4/10 the difference between his teammate Oz Gokan. Kirsch in P3. Kamikaze goes into P4, while Rapid Kahoot stays in P5 with that 126.493. Magic Shot now moves his way up into P6, while it's Dito now gets relegated down to P7. And I'll jump onto the rest of the thing. Top in P8, Storm Hutto in P9, Uff and Uff goes to P10. Carl Finitza just missing out on that top 10 there, starting in P11. Scoob in P12, Milosh Lad in P12, while Lev, after not setting any times for the majority of that qualifying session, goes up into P14. Potentially could have used a little bit of the practice there. It's JTN goes P15, but it looks like he's got that 5-place grid penalty, so he will be starting a little bit lower on the grid there. Mason Racing up into P16. Obi-Wan Kenobi goes to P17, Taipan P18, GH0303 in P19, and Evil Blade in P20. I genuinely believe Evil Blade has a lot more time in him than that. Sorry, Blade, but I genuinely believe you've got more time than that. You are a quick driver. Cook. Now is the time to cook. All right. As the grid starts to form itself... Sorry. So a little bit of a different thing here at the moment is that used to be one of the drivers was the lobby host, but at the moment with a big glitch going on, if you were the lobby host as a driver, you got green lights probably half a second before anybody else got green lights. So you had a huge advantage. We saw it on Sunday night with Goffey. Went from P6 to P1 in a split second. Drivers saw him go, followed him off the line, and got a drive-through time penalty for jumping the gun there for a jump start. I also had a 4-place gain on the start. I went through 4 cars because I had that green light before everybody else did, and then realised what it was, and then backed off just because I didn't feel right about taking those 4 places. Not saying Goffey did the wrong thing. I don't think he realised what it was until I mentioned it, and that's where he said, "Oh, now I know." But the man is hating on me at the moment because I took his rocket ship away. Sorry, Goffey. And there it is. JTM, after his 5-place grid penalty, gets booked right down to P20 from P15. He's going to be hurting. He's going to have to try and make his way back up. So hopefully we can see that from him. Have a look at some tyres while we're on the start. Pretty much everybody on the medium tyres. Only 3 drivers on the hards. We've got Mason Racing, Carl Finezza, and It's Dito opting to go onto the alternate strategy compared to everybody else. Everybody else starting on those medium tyres to get that little bit of grip down. Guys, if you're in the chat, feel free to let us know who you think is going to be able to put it on, take the win tonight. Who you think is going to be P2, P3? Just remember, we don't have damage on tonight. It's so that we can see drivers' pace. But yeah, just let us know. I know that Maxiboy thinks Curtis is cooking, which he definitely is. So we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Well, I'll tell you what, chat, you are a talkative bunch tonight. Any team principals in the chat want to, see any of their drivers on a lap? Let me know throughout the race. Obviously, I want to focus on the race itself, but also I do want to try and get a lap on for you guys just to see if you can take note of the pace. Take note of the lines that they're taking. Take note of their, racecraft, anything like that. Just let me know. Don't be quiet. Rapper Pajala subscribing for Tier 1. Have subscribed for 20 months in a row now. But making Duck Punch's life on track a living hell sounding great, mate. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support there.
Well, 20 months of making Duck Puncher's life of track a living hell sounding great, mate.
Thank you. So Miloš Laud disqualified off the start there. We're about to get going with Oz Curtis in P1 and Oz, followed by his teammate lining up next to him on the grid. Lights go out. And it looks like Oz Curtis has had a very bad start there. As we now go, it looks like Oz Curtis stays in P1. Oz Kokan now gets the inside line on P2. Doesn't make the move stick, but Kirsch very close behind them in P3 while Rapid Kahoot goes up one position, overtaking Kamikaze. While Kamikaze just now has to sit back and tuck in behind Kahoot and hope for a mistake from him later on down the track. We've got Magic Shot, who's using no line now. Also, now in a race situation, it comes down to a different story. Is he going to be able to pull up in time? Are the drivers going to be able to make sure? Are the drivers behind him going to know what he's about to do and when he's about to brake? It's a little bit different compared to drivers who are using the racing line. We've got a little bit of movement going on down the back here as Miloš Laud, Taipan, I should say, now goes up in P6. We're going to go 3 wide coming into this section. Is there going to be any contact? It doesn't look like it's going to be clear. There's a bit of contact between the the McLaren and the Mercedes of Miloš and Scoob, but they come out of it very nice and clean. No drivers falling too far down the pack. Obi-Wan Kenobi is now just off the back of the pack there, though. First time chatter, Ralph, the gamer, Mason going to get P8 you watch. Yeah, look, I think he could very well do that. He's always been a comeback champion. There it is. We've got a driver around. That is an Alpine of Mason Racing. You spoke too soon. He now goes to P20. Ralph the Gamer, you've put him off. Oh dear. So we'll head back up here. We'll have a look at some of these battles that are going on here between Kahoot and Kamikaze. Nothing going on too much there. Kahoot gets a little bit squirrely as Kamikaze now goes through and takes advantage of that little squirrel from Kahoot. Kahoot again getting a little bit squirrely coming out of the hard left-hand bend. Just tapping that wall by the looks of it. Is now under pressure for the likes of Magic Shot. Magic Shot versus Kahoot. We saw it in Rapid the other night. We're going to see it again tonight in Wallaby. But here we go. Oh, another lock-up from Kahoot there. The hard left-hand bend. Just tapping that wall by the looks of it. Is now under pressure for the likes of Magic Shot. Magic Shot versus Kahoot. We saw it in Rapid the other night. We're going to see it again tonight in Wallaby. But here we go. Oh, just makes that little bit another lock-up from Kahoot there. Yeah, title forgot to get changed. I can change that, but I need to do a few things about it. That's my bad. Andy G for the follow for Wallaby Racing League. Welcome to Wallaby. Absolutely amazing to have you here. So we're going to move back down as it's Dito now in front of Magic Shot, but these two are battling closely. It looks like they're going to get a little bit tied up here. As Magic Shot now down the inside. Is he going to be able to make the move stick? He's going to tuck in behind, and I think he's got... Oh, he's made a little bit of contact. It just backs off enough. Looks like he might have a little bit of damage because he's now let his teammate Wolf and Hoof through to get the job done on Instito. Toppy now up in behind Magic Shot as he now opens up his DRS wing. Can he get the move done on Magic? Doesn't look like he's going to. Magic now goes around the outside of the Alpine. Alpine now squeezes Toppy a little bit to the wall. Toppy getting a little bit of contact made there. Now losing another position to Taipan TJ as he now moves up into P9. Toppy moves down into P10. Race control GH0303 now gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We're going to look at Scoob. There is a massive DRS train going on here. Scoob behind top. Scoob up one position off the starting change there. Big Man Roy, hold up, Doc. I'm going to join you in the comms box for a second. Tier 1. Really? Can you mute the game audio on the second string? What's that? Second string. Do you mean the replay? Did it play sound of it? Brasman, if you're in the chat, can you just elaborate on what you mean? Do you mean the replay when it pops up? If it played sound, then yes, I can mute it. I've just got to duck out of the game for a second to do that, which is easy to do. I'll do that in a little bit. But look at this. This driver here, Taipan TJ, up 10 positions. An absolute stonking start from him. 2 sets of F1 car engines. Big Man Ryan, no I'm not, man. I'm on PC, so I'm through tier 2 tier 2 podium chat. 2 sets of car engines. I don't know what you're on about, man. Oh, the replay. Had in-game audio, so it played the in-game sound. Did it play my voice over the top of it? Because if it did... Oh, yeah, actually, no, it would have, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll fix that later, actually. I might fix it now. Just bear with us, guys, while I just quickly change this. I'll give you access now. Hang on a second. Loyal Duck 21, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, my friend. 2 seconds, big man. Get you into the to chat. Alright, you should be able to join now, man. I'll be there. Alright, jumping back on with all of this. So Taipan now down to the P6. We've got a second time penalty here for Storm Hutto as these guys now go into the start of the second sector, with Milosh Lad just tucking in behind, having a bit of a battle here with Taipan, but is he, with Storm Hutto. Storm Hutto now goes down the outside. Is he going to get the job done? It looks like he's going to get the job done on JTM, and now tucks back in behind Milosh as JTM looking to try and get a move done. He's now up 6 positions off the start there. GHO 303 has retired. Not too sure why, considering we don't have damage on, so don't know. Anyways, we'll move on. So we've got a battle going on up ahead as Kirsch now is 0.3 behind the top 2 drivers. Oz Gokan has tucked off into the distance, 0.6 off of Oz Curtis. Well, it looks like these two are just battling and just swapping positions using a little bit of that DRS tactic. Can't see it yet. Not too sure why, my friend. Bet send me an invite. That'll be. I thought you've got an invite to Wallaby. In Wallaby. Alright, let me fix this again then for you. Right, you should have access now to the podium channel.
Yeah.
Sweet, you're in.
Yeah. Right, well, chuck me an invite to the lobby.
Yes. Yeah. Fairly certain I've got you, don't I?
I think so.
No, I don't.
Oh no.
That's alright. I'll get you now. Can you just add me on EA? It's just Duck Puncher with a 3 for the E.
Yeah.
You should be able to get you, I should say. Ferrari, let's go. That's rapid. Kahoot now goes up 2 positions, up into P3. Now getting the job done on Kirsch, and he's just going to set his mind for the guys up ahead and put his foot down to try and catch them as soon as possible. Try and break that toe from Kirsch. He's already out of DRS range, which is a good sign for Rapid Kahoot, as he now has his sights set on Oz Gokan. Oz Gokan in P2, currently 5/10 behind Oz Curtis. Just let us know when you send that invite. As Scoob now gets that 3-second time penalty.
Okay. Okay. What's this? Dark punch. Yeah, I can't find you.
Alright, give me 2 seconds. Sorry guys, just organising Guys, this now. Well, I've got a chance. No, I can't add friends at this screen, can I? I thought I had you.
Just go to something where I can see your EA, and then I'll be able to like screenshot it and then do it there.
There's nowhere I can really get into EA from here.
Alright, it's alright.
Oh, Evil Blade now picks up a huge 10-second time penalty for speeding in pit lane. Evil Blade has left the session. He's thrown the towel in for a pre-season race with no damage. Okay, well, Bladey, come on, man. So Oz Curtis still in P1. Rapid Cahoot slowly, very, very slowly tracking down these guys ahead, while Kamikaze is now falling further and further down the pack. Kirsch dropping further as well. Actually, he's now lost a position from Kamikaze as Oof and Hoof up 4 positions still. Remove that. So we'll have a quick look at the penalties here. Scoob now with 13 seconds of time penalties already, only 9 laps in, while Lev, Storm Hutto, Taipan and Carl Finitza both have 3 seconds, all have 3 seconds of time penalties. On the tyres, just a few. So stops, we've seen 1 stop, and that's from Scoob, as he has now gone onto the hard tyres. But that is about it that's going on here at the moment. We've got a bit of a battle going on now with Kamikaze and Oof and Hoof. Oof and Hoof versus, and Kirsch as well, actually. So Kamikaze now trying to track down Kirsch as they've got the position change done as well. Toppy, 7 seconds behind P6. Still doing very well to hang up there in P7 in the top 10. Carl Finitza in P8 as he's now trying to track down Toppy ahead, but remembering he also has a 3-second time penalty. Miloš Lad only a second behind him, while Taipan TJ is now looking to get the move done, and he goes down the outside there, down the main, down that back straight with the DRS assistance. A little bit of a pump draft there from Miloš Lad, just telling him to get a move on. You've already got me once. Hurry up. And TJ luckily gets the DRS as well, thanks to the helping hand of Carl Finitza, which is going to help him out just that little bit with Miloš Lad trying to regain position. It's JTM 3 seconds off, while It's Dido is now 2 seconds off of him, while Storm Hutto now tracking down Dido. He's right on his gearbox, can smell the burnt clutch. Can he get the position change done in the next few laps? He's edging that slightly, ever so closer, but he's still got that 3-second time penalty to deal with later on in the race as well. While Magic Shot now down into P14, 3 seconds behind Storm Hutto. We do see a position change here between Lev and Scoob. It looks like Lev has just pitted. No, he hasn't. He's just had a moment somewhere. And Obi-Wan Kenobi has DNF'd as well. I don't understand why. And Magic Shot has DNF'd. What is going on? Is the lobby cooked?
I do actually have you added.
Oh.
I might just be appearing offline.
Yeah, okay. Hang on. Friends. Big Man Rye, there you are.
There we go.
So, we've got Taipan still tracking down the likes of Carl Finitza. Only 4/10 off of the back of him. Carl Finitza is going to be under attack very, very soon with the help of DRS. Miloš Lad just stays tucked in behind Taipan TJ, using his DRS for that little bit of assistance to help him up the field. There's a massive lockup as Carl Finitza goes sideways. Taipan TJ and Miloš Lad go through. Miloš Lad taking full advantage of that and gets the position change done on Taipan TJ. But Taipan TJ fighting back hard, opens up that DRS and gets the position change done. Very nice indeed from Taipan TJ. I've sent you the invite. Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Sweet ass. Excellent.
Right.
So, Big Man
Black out
has
of the
left the section.
lobby. It's alright. Right, I'll just leave because this was happening in Rapid as well.
Oh, was it? Okay. Must be an issue.
My
somewhere
game's
along the
just
lines.
bugged. Alright, well, good luck on the rest of the race.
Alright, man. Talk to you soon.
That's it.
Yeah, guys, this is something that is massive. We're going to have to deal with this. I'm going to speak with the other owners about this because there is a massive issue going on. When somebody cracks the shits and leaves the lobby, it causes everybody else's lobby to stuff up a little bit. You get that connected with online services pop up in the middle of your screen as you're driving. It's not fair to anybody else. So if you can't handle the race, just finish it. Just finish it, guys. It's all you've got to do. Yeah, it desyncs the entire lobby. It's not fair on anyone else. Just because I'm gonna get overly heated about this. Just because you are struggling or you're not coping very well with how the new handling is or anything like that, it doesn't give you the reason to stuff up everybody else's race. Stick with the lobby. You know, GHO3, Evil Blade, Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's caused these, well, I don't know their circumstances, and I'll say that now, I don't know their circumstances, but leaving the lobby stuffs it. Just don't do it. Yeah, it's a rule that I'm going to be looking at imposing after this. Yeah, it's undrivable. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Do we just stop it? I fully agree, Magic Shot. I fully agree. 15 points while retiring the pits. I know it's a pre-season. I get that. I absolutely get it. However, it's just not. Just don't understand it. It baffles me. And it's so hard because, like, right now, I don't know if that spin from Carl Finitza was because of the game or if it was because of, him spinning hard. It's just something that we need to be mindful of for everybody else. Techie, yeah, you can join if you want, man. I'm in Tier 2 podium chat. You'll need to join the lobby as well. I spun because I couldn't see a thing. Yeah, exactly right. You're in?
Yep.
Excellent. All right, give me 2 seconds, man, while I invite you to the game as well, so that way you can... what have I got? There we go.
When it decides it wants to boot up, I will join.
Oh, okay, so you're not... Alright, no worries. So It's Dito now makes a move up on the inside of Storm Hutto, and... yeah, Kahoot looking... yeah, he is. Still 5/10 off of those guys ahead. The two Williams just keep swapping positions, but Kahoot now gets a 10-second speeding in pit lane, which, again, I don't know if that's his fault or if that was, such a tough thing. Yeah, Typing got the same thing. Yeah, I thought so as well. Can't do anything about it. Unfortunately, at the moment, we're just going to have to let it race, let it finish, 14 of 29. I guess we'll just call this one a social lobby. It's not so much a pre-season because we can't really help anything here. But I mean, it's a good choice. It's still a good way for these TPs to get in. Have a quick look at who they are looking at currently for Tier 2. Make up their mind a little bit. We can see that Kahoot's definitely got the pace. It's just got that 10-second time penalty now, which I'm going to put down to that lobby issue. 3 seconds off the pace to Ozgokan, while Kirsch is only 5/10 off of him now. Kamikaze is 2 seconds off of him while he is now under attack. Kirsch 4/10 now, trying to really get up the backside of Kahoot, trying to force an error to get him to either spin, lock up, go deep, doesn't matter what, but he's going to try and take advantage of it the moment he gets that mistake happening from Kahoot. While we look further down, we've got Ulf and Hoof now 8/10 off of Kamikaze. Just is opening up that DRS now, while Kamikaze is just outside that DRS. This is going to pull him ever so closer. Kirsch now getting a little bit closer to Kahoot. Now 2/10 off of the back of Kahoot. gets his foot down around that final corner here, opens up that DRS once more. Kahoot again without DRS. He's now 4 seconds off of the back. Now Oz Curtis pits for a new set of boots, which now puts,
when it comes down, if you want to invite.
yeah, sweet. Which now puts Kahoot up into P2, but Kirsch only 7 tenths off of him, while Oz Curtis is now 7 tenths off of the back of Kirsch in P3. So Oz Curtis looking like he is in a very, very good position here. Turkey, do I even have you as a friend?
I think so. No, maybe you don't. What's your name?
So it's just Duck Puncher, DUCKPUNCH3R. Alright, so Kirsch still sitting in P3, but will very soon be fully under attack from Oz Curtis, who has absolutely been racing phenomenally here in Tier 2. Oz Gokan up into Tier 1. It looks like I'm going to start having that. No, I'm not. We're good. Teketh. Got it.
There you go.
Thank you. Communicating. Here we go.
What the?
Just make sure I can get this going. Sorry guys, I'll get this underway very soon. There you go, game invite sent to you. Alright, so Oz Gokan in the Williams, Rapid Kahoot still in P2, only 2 seconds now, just slowly starting to catch Oz Gokan ahead of him, while Kirsch is still 4 tenths behind Kahoot, really putting the foot down to him, but Oz Curtis, the man of the hour at the moment, 5 tenths off of the back of Kirsch on a very brand new set of boots as he now gets DRS. Kirsch goes past Rapid Kahoot. Is Oz Curtis going to be able to do the same thing? No, he can't. He's just going to tuck in behind and hopefully go down the inside. He doesn't get the position change done because the door was shut on him very, very closely. Are you in?
Oh, no, it didn't work, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I didn't do that.
Alright, so looking a bit further down the lobby here, lobby order, we've got Kamikaze now 6 tenths. We're starting to see a bit of a train here. Rapid Kahoot and Kirsch swapping positions back and forth as Kirsch goes back through after Rapid Kahoot takes it for a minute. Gets back in front again of Kirsch. Oz Curtis now staying in P4, but now is just 3 tenths, 0.12 is now within that DRS range. Is he going to be able to open it and get the position changes done? Because we're starting to see a little bit of a DRS train forming behind him. Kamikaze only half a tenth off, while Hoof is only 3 tenths off of Kamikaze. Top still 13 seconds away from these guys ahead, but holding his own in P13 with a driver behind him 6 seconds off in the distance. So Toppy now just out for a leisurely Sunday stroll. How'd you get in?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Sweet, excellent. So, guys, this is Techie. So, Techie is going to be one of our new Season 7 team principals. I believe you're racing for Williams.
Williams.
Right? Yeah,
yep.
Sweet. First season as a team principal, what are you looking forward to?
Just being able to create a good community, really. Like, I'm not too much focused, like, yeah, I want to win the championship, obviously. I wouldn't have signed up if I didn't, but just, you know, create a good community, few good blokes love to race. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to look at it too. I mean, of course the championship is this added bonus, but it's not the be all and end all of why you become a TP. I know that when I was a TP, I wanted to create an environment where everyone was happy. Sometimes that wasn't the case, depending on outcomes of certain penalties. But in terms of drivers, what are you looking for though?
Just consistency mainly. Like, doesn't have to be at the top, because like I feel like it'll be more of a payoff to see an improvement over the season and someone to end the season happy with where their pace is at compared to where they started. I feel like it'll just be a good feeling to know that I've got a bunch of drivers that I've helped improve.
So consistency being number one at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything else in a driver that you're looking for? I see that there is a driver in the chat at the moment saying he's already got Williams merchandise, so he can wear that when he's racing.
Oh.
So that's the owner of Rush Racing League, SJ.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Keep the name in mind.
There you go. There you go, SJ. He's keeping your name in mind. But yeah, so anything else apart from the consistency side of things? You know, I know that when I was looking for a driver, you know, I don't know if you're the same. Everyone's different. But when I was looking for a driver, I was looking for drivers that I know could mold well with each other and help each other in the long run. You know, sharing setups, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, man. I've got a couple people on my list that I know are pretty good mates, at least in the community.
Mm-hmm.
People that, you know, I've been racing in parties with throughout last season.
Yeah.
That's definitely like high on the list as well. Like, I don't want drivers that'll end up fighting and crashing into each other, and because that'll never end well.
Yeah. Oh, look, it creates a community, not a community. It can create a culture inside of your team that is just toxic, and you don't want that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it is what it is. It's just how some people are, I guess, sometimes. But yeah, creating a culture with, you know, people that are going to mesh well together. That's definitely definitely one of the top priorities for a TP, I think. And saw that you had a massive battle with Easy Reaper last night in the five lappers.
Yeah, it was fun.
Where was it? Zandvoort, wasn't it?
Yeah, Zandvoort.
Yeah, sweet. Now, tell us about racing with Easy Reaper. I know at the moment, Easy Reaper, he's just switched off of ABS, so he's definitely fallen backwards in pace. But I know that, you know, him and I have been best mates for years, so I know that he's got the pace in him because him and I are usually very close together. But in terms of the battle with Easy Reaper, do you think that a TP should be looking at him right now?
Oh, for sure. If he's not on the list of at least half the TPs in Wallaby, I'd be surprised.
There you go.
Like, doesn't have to be top of the list, doesn't have to be top pick, but if he hasn't at least been considered, genuine shock. He's a lovely driver to race with.
One comms is so loud. Yeah, that's me. Sorry about that. I do tend to shout when I've got headphones on, but I'll work on that one. I'll turn down my mic volume in a sec. I'll work on that anyway. But yeah, so we'll get back to the race here. So Toppy is now 15 seconds behind P7. Drivers that you're looking at the moment in Tier 2, is there anyone that's standing out to you as a TP? Is there anyone that's standing out to you in terms of, you know, the way they're handling their racecraft, or is there anyone that's standing out to you in terms of, you know, they were on your list and you've gone, okay, maybe I might strike them off? Or I know it can be a brutal question, that one, but
well, there definitely is one or two people in here that I have cut off the list. I'm not going to name names.
no, you don't have
but
to.
yeah, there's a couple that like there's. I'll just say it. I've got my pick of who I want to be teammates with, because obviously I'm racing in Tier 2 if I'm quick enough, because I still haven't done TT.
Yeah.
But if I can't get that pick, there's Kamikaze.
Okay,
He is absolutely huge. He's so quick, and we've been talking a little bit. And he's a good bloke. He's like, there's not much more you could want, really.
Yeah. He's a very quick guy. Watching him tonight, I mean, battling Kirsch for P3, I think it was, in the qualifying session. You know, Kirsch went P2, and I think Kamikaze either went P3 or 4. I can't remember exactly, but he's definitely up there in, you know, in the grand scheme of things. There's definitely a lot of podiums on the cards for him in the future for season 7. But now, just getting back to the race again, Rapiku now pits goes into P7 with only 4 seconds behind Toppy, as Toppy, WRL top now, is in P6, 21 laps out of 29. Kamikaze now gets a 3-second time penalty, as we spoke about him. So he now...
Commentator's curse, I reckon.
It always is. So we'll have a look at his penalties at the moment. So yeah, so Uffenhof and Kamikaze ahead of and Kamikaze both have 3 seconds. However, Kamikaze isn't going to be affected by this because Top is already 17 seconds behind him down the road. Raven Kahoot without a penalty, but we look at Carl Finitzer with 3 seconds, Storm Hutto with 3 seconds, Type Man TJ also with 3 seconds of time penalties. It's JTM 3 seconds, Scoob up into 26 seconds, and Lev XRT or Levert or however it's pronounced is in 26 seconds of time penalties.
Yes, we got Milo in the McLaren making a clean DRS pass on Carl. But Carl's fighting back around through the last sector, I mean, sorry. Looking to strike back, he's down the inside, keeping it clean, like always. Oh, little snap as he takes back his P9.
Carl Finitzer is a driver that I've always had very high standards, not high standards, I highly respect. One of the cleanest drivers I think I've ever driven with.
Always.
Himself and Unique Throne, they're just very respectful drivers, we're very respectful people as well.
Yeah.
And as you can see there, you know, there was no contact made between the two. He went through both racing respect from himself and Milo. So, you know, again, it's something for TPs to keep an eye on. Yeah, it was very good racing.
Might see a bit of a repeat of it coming through the start of Sector 3. He's going to get DRS again. Carl might be able to hold him off though, with the DRS of... Is that Lev? The back marker?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. That might be able to keep him in his P9 place. Yep.
However, Milo, or Milosh, or Milo's lad, had a lot more ERS compared to Carl Finitzer, who is flashing ahead of Milosh. So Milo's, I don't even know, has definitely got the pace on Carl Finitzer at the moment.
As Cahoot's just gotten past Top.
Ooh, bit of contact made there. So Toppy, yeah, he has too. So he cleaned up that 4 seconds very quickly.
Milo back past Carl again, and here comes Storm Hutto. Looking to try and pick up the pieces. Carl's looking a bit shaky, trying to catch back up to Milo. Once again, DRS might help him here. Could see Milo drop back 2 places.
Just nowhere to go for Storm Hutto there. Went to go left, but Carl Finitzer was there. Went to go on right, but the door was shut very quickly by Milo. Which left Storm Hutto absolutely nowhere to go.
Oh, Carl's bit of traction lost through the tight chicane. Had to go over the curb a little bit.
Storm Hutto got a little bit of traction loss on the exit. So I think we're going to start to see a 3-way battle here in terms of DRS swaps.
Carl and Hutto side by side. Oh, Carl's... No. A little bit of a snap there that's sent Storm Hutto flying past.
Again, very respectful racing here from Carl Finitzer and Storm Hutto. However, that has allowed Milo to head just that little bit further up into the distance, you know, almost a second in front of Storm Hutto. So Storm Hutto now has to put the foot down, but he's also flashing with his ERS, while Carl Finitzer is currently sitting on 46 ERS because he went back to none. So no ERS, so fully recharging his battery and allowing these guys to get ahead. But Storm Hutto still now back on the tail of Milo as he's not able to get the move done coming out of that DRS straight there.
Oh, as we see, Kamikaze send a move on Uffenhof. Can't quite get it done though. These three in third, fourth, and fifth, they've just been a DRS train the whole last 3 or 4 laps. Been switching back to them.
So confidence are now picking up that 3-second time limit, which is really going to cost him in that battle with Storm Huddle and Milo. Milo, far out. And Milo now up 6 seconds worth of time penalties. So, like I said, going to affect him later on down the track. And I think it's now to the point where he just takes it as is. But Oz Curtis now back up into P2, 1.2 seconds off of his teammate Oz Gokano up there in P1, slowly tracking him down. Is now just going to be able to reel him in, sit in his gearbox and just take advantage of the DRS train. 25 out of 29 laps have been completed. And there it is. Oz Gokan gets a massive snap.
This could really open it up for Curtis here. I better see some respectful racing in my car that I loaned out.
There it is. DRS is now open. That snap allowed him to pull in 7/10 of a second, bringing him up to 5/10 behind and allowing him to actually use his DRS, pulling him even closer out of sector 3, coming into the start of the end. Start finishing line. 3/10 behind, opening up that DRS. Is he going to be able to get a move done? No, he's just going to tuck in behind and just wait his turn.
As we've got Hutto, Milo, and Carl coming back into the DRS zone. I think Storm Hutto is just slightly far enough that he might be able to hold onto this position for this straight.
I think Lev's going for a new penalty. Here.
How many penalties does he have?
He's got 39 seconds of penalties. Surely just taking the piss now. Good on him. Set as high as you can, my guy.
That actually takes skill.
Yep, set a record. It could be a new record holder.
As Carl has just dropped out of DRS on that last lap.
Who's that driver ahead of Storm Hutto?
JTM, I think.
Oh yeah, back on the JTM.
Yeah. Was Carl's off. Carl spun it round.
Oh, he has too.
Same with... Who was that? No, Red Bull. Lev, again, spun it round. In the first sector with those new tyres, I think. Cold tyres. If Hutto sticks behind this back marker here, it might get him close to Milo, but it could help him down the straight with the DRS.
Oh, Milo gets very snappy on the exit there though, losing a little bit of time to Storm Hutto ahead of him. We're looking like Kamikaze's about to go for a position change here in front on Uffenhof in the RB, but it doesn't look like he can get it done as he loses that little bit of time as he goes over the curb there, which causes him to bottom out just that little bit. Milo Schlad now gets the position change done on Storm Hutto, but it's going to be a swapping. There we go, Lev now another 10-second time penalty up to 49, and as Andy G in the chat has said, the bro is about to hold up his bat for the half century. Lev's F1 idol is Ocon for sure.
Oh, I thought Ozgo was going to go for that lead there.
Oh, Carl.
He's locked up. Oh no, Carl.
As he has now retired in pit lane as well.
Mustn't have been watching the stream.
No. Yeah, Max, I'm guessing he has too.
Oh, Kamikaze with another 3 second. That is not going to help him out with this battle for third.
No. So up.
All Kirsch has to do is stick behind these two, and he's got it.
And I think he knows that too. It looks to me like he's playing the strategy game here. He's sitting at 50% ERS. He doesn't really need to be using ERS. Oh, it's a
well, here's Ozgo. Here's Ozgo for the lead. Around the outside through turn 1. Nah. Stuck it behind again. So
I'll tell you what, the battling here with Kamikaze, Ulf, And Kirsch, as Kirsch now gets position swap done on Kamikaze. Kamikaze going to fight back. Is he going to be able to get the position change done around the outside? Or is he going to go down the inside? We'll have to see.
Nah.
He's going to stick it up behind.
Thinks twice about that one.
Yeah, just backs out of it. Nicely done. But
Is that a McLaren?
These two,
Oh, Milo. Last corner. He's dropped way back behind Hutto.
That's allowed Hutto with his 3-second time penalty just to get 6 seconds up the road, allowing him to keep that position of P9. While Lev is now at 59 seconds worth of time penalties. This has to be a WRL all-time record for penalties gained in one race in a 50% race.
Is there an award for that one?
Hey?
Is there an award for that one?
It could very well be later on. Oh,
So you got Osgo down the straight, sitting behind Curtis. He looks like he's saving ERS for the last lap. I reckon he's going to make that move through that last corner on the last lap.
Yeah. You've got to get it done down that back straight. If you get it done
Kirsch
down...
back past Kamikaze.
If you get that
All bit of
swap
contact
done
there.
any further, any earlier than that last back straight, DRS, oh my god, Coach is around in the wall, allowing Kamikaze through.
Was that a spin or was that contact?
No, it was a spin. He just put his foot down a bit too hard. Backhand kicked out, tapped the wall. Kamikaze, not enough time though in front to be able to take care of that 6 seconds. If he can hold out and get up to 3 seconds gap then we'll see Kamikaze hold on to P4. However, the battle that was ensuing between Kamikaze and Kirsch has allowed Kahoot to get up 3 seconds. We'll take off 3 seconds in the last lap.
Osgo's taking the lead.
I think he's taking the lead too early.
Yeah, they've both got... Osgo's got slightly more ERS, but I don't think that's going to matter
It's
with
not gonna be
overtake
enough.
and DRS down the straight.
You're either going to be strategical in this track, if not Kahoot 3 seconds, as I said. Yeah, you've got to be very strategical on this track, knowing that this is the last lap, the car right behind you the way they are. Because there he goes.
Oh, side by side, lock up. No contact though, keeping it clean. We love to see it. Who's going to take the win coming up to the line? Oh,
Osgo takes the lead.
Osgo. Oh.
What a battle to the end. 0.060 the difference between these two boys in the William, Osgo Kano and Oz Curtis. I thought that Osgo Kano used that DRS strategy a bit too early. Turns out he used it right. He
Kamikaze didn't hold on to fourth. He's dropped down to fifth. Uffenhoff holds on to third though. We've got Dito on top battling to the line as well. Dito just snags it.
0.007 seconds.
Even closer.
Wow. Some very close racing here between these guys. Storm Hutto comes across the line and will go into P9 because Miloš Lad had that spin and wasn't able to get up to 3 seconds inside of Storm Hutto. Miloš Lad crossed the line in P10. Mason Racing will cross the line in P11 while Scoob will take P12. JTM will take P13 and Lev with 1 minute of penalties will go into P14. But in Wallaby racing regulations, mate, that is 2 points to his name because he finished the race. However, it is a pre-season, points don't matter. But guys, we have seen some absolutely epic battles here. I am going to actually can you possibly invite to go into the tier 2 chat, tag Osgo Khan and Oz Curtis and whoever was in third place just to the podium interview?
Yeah, I can do that. Who was P3, sorry?
Just waiting for it to happen. I'll just show you 1 sec. P3 was Uffenhoff.
There we go.
All right.
All right, we've got Osgo, we've got Ulfenhof, and I don't think we'll get Curtis because Curtis, the whole time I've ever seen him in Wallaby, we've never had him in the podium interviews. Sweet. So we'll start off with Ulfenhof. Ulfenhof, mate, in the Visa RB for the night. Trying to make a name for yourself heading into the draft round on Sunday. Tell us about your race first off, and then what I want to know is, are you in talks with any of the TPs currently? You don't have to say who.
Well, look, I'll be lucky if I get chose as a driver, to be fair, this season.
I think with a showing like that, you're dreaming.
I don't know about all that, but the races actually went pretty well for me in the end. I got pretty lucky there with Kirsch just falling out that 3 seconds, but shouldn't have had the 3 seconds in the first place. But it is what it is.
Did you get run wide into a turn or something? That's what.
Oh no, I was on the track. It was weird. I was still on track, but I got a warning anyway and gave me the pen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah. And then in terms of that battle with yourself, Kirsch, and Kamikaze, I think it was, there was a massive DRS train between you three for quite some time in that race. Was there anything that sort of pushed you that little bit further ahead, or were you starting to worry about that you're going to make mistakes? What sort of kept you in the right mind frame to keep going and take that P3?
Well, I just went. I gotta push. It's these two blokes are behind me. I saw Kamikaze get that second 3 second. I'm like, I gotta go, because I knew he'd probably try and hold up or curse or something. So I just pushed, and it worked in the end. But
yeah. No, it was very, very well driven, man. You did absolutely phenomenal. So congrats on the P3. Like I said, man, I genuinely don't think you've got a thing to worry about coming into the draft round next Sunday night. So keep your head up. I think, like I said, I genuinely think you've got a seat. We'll move on to our race winner, Osgo Kano. Mate, what a finish that was. I think you finished 0.069 or 67 in front of Curtis at the end there. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was 0.6. 0.06. It was a pretty intense last lap. I was trying to understand the game. I've been trying to understand the game in the last couple of weeks, as all of you. And I wasn't sure about my pace, because this is the first race I just involved tonight. Of course, I had my own practice and everything, and Miami is one of my strongest tracks.
Mm-hmm.
But started second, and we helped each other with the Oscurtis quite a bit, and then I pitted. Kahoot got 10 seconds from the pit. He was out of the equation, and Curtis caught me, overtook me, but I chose to wait behind him until the last lap, until the last corner. It was quite fun, and Curtis was really, really respectful of my space, and it was a very fun ending from our sides, and probably your side as well.
I think what stuck out to both myself and Techie was even though it's a pre-season, the teamwork between DRS swapping back and forth for that DRS train really showed what you can do with a teammate in the future. Leading into that, going into the draft, I think that's really going to help you out in being chosen for a seat. Is there anything is there any team principal that you're currently in talks to? Are you worried that you're not going to get a seat? Like, what's going through your mind when you're coming into the draft next Sunday?
Not at the moment, but the last team's principal that I have, I was very happy with him, and I told him towards the end of last season that I would like to race again with him.
Yeah.
But it's okay if I'm chosen by any other team principals. I'm completely fine.
Who was your team principal last year?
Magic Shot.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Magic Shot. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I reckon.
I would not be surprised if he wants to draft you again.
I wouldn't be surprised if he picks you again, to be honest, as well. Looking at that, actually, I'll get into that a little bit later on. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not looking at you again after that showing, especially in Miami. You know, battling Oz Curtis, who is a WRL drivers champion, a past drivers champion here in Tier 1 a few years back now, a few seasons back now.
Tier 1 champion in the past.
Yeah, he was a Tier 1 champion in the past. That was when we had 3 tiers. We didn't have 4 tiers going at the time, but it was still, you know, he still had quite a big showing. Yeah,
Probably he didn't want to, like, because I was waiting for him during the quali because I wanted to give him a slipstream, but he didn't go out. But he went out just once, and he had a lap which is 0.4 second faster than my best lap. So probably he wasn't showing his full strength during the race. Not sure about that.
No, lately from Curtis, I've started to see a little bit of pattern. He is a he's a huge gun when it comes to quali, and his race pace is just that little bit off when it comes to his quali pace. So he definitely does drop back that little bit. However, where he lacks in that, you know, missing that quali pace, he makes up for in his racecraft, his strategy calls, his track knowledge. You know, even just the way he can sort of look at another driver and know what they're about to do. He is very, very good at that. He's very strategical in that sort of mindset. So, you know, don't discount him in that sort of sense, because he's one to be reckoned with. I think coming into Tier 2, definitely one to be forced with. Sorry for the cough there.
That's it.
But yeah, look,
thank you for the opportunity.
No, all good. Thank you for joining us, mate. Taki, thank you again for joining me in the comms box tonight. I look forward to seeing where you start to lean towards in terms of your draft on Sunday night. I think it's going to be a very interesting one for you guys. I'm just going to have a quick look to see if I've got... Nope, I don't. Hang on. Oops. I thought I did, but I don't. Hang on. Nah, sorry guys. I was just having a look to see if I had a scene in there, which I don't at the moment. But I was going to bring up all the draft picks and everything, but I guess we'll see that on draft night. But guys, that's it from us at Wallaby Racing League for Tier 2 pre-season. Tomorrow night, join us again at 8:30 p.m. as we go live with Frizy, your Tier 1 comms leader. He'll also be hosting the lobby, so we'll see how that goes. I think he'll be okay. And then from there, again, after Wednesday night, that'll be the pre-season's done. All the owners and all the senior teams and all the senior team members will be getting together and having a little chat about who we think needs to go where after this. See if we need to move any drivers up or down. I believe we have a few in mind that we need to move up and down for that matter. And then once that's done, final tiers will be locked in, and then we'll get over to Sunday night's draft. So guys, join us there. In the meantime, like I said, we'll see you all again tomorrow. Thank you all so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Have a good night.
God, that second half of that race, I was glad I come out of that. Yeah.